Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. Okay, so we're talking Real Housewives of Atlanta, or as Nene would say, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know why y'all here. I see a lot of activity on my last video about the YouTube Battle Royale. And Kenya's coming to YouTube to do a little Q&A to give her little speak on it, on what actually went down on Tuesday. But Portia said, no. Y'all better get me to 7K before Tuesday. Y'all better get me to 7,000 subscribers before Tuesday so I can drop this hot fire. I can spit this hot fire I spit. Portia's got the tea. So I said in my last video, Portia dropped a preview clip for her part 2 of her YouTube video that allegedly a current housewife provided Kenya with the tea, provided Kenya with the alleged nude images of BRIT EADY that allowed Kenya to go to Kinko's, go to Staples, if you will, y'all. Go to FedEx, go to one of these places and get it blown up. Get it blown up to the poster board, y'all. And got some Elmer's glue. Got some glue sticks, y'all. I got some scotch tape. And put it all on these different poster boards, y'all. And some of y'all were in the comments, it's Ming Lee. No. I went off of Portia's words. Portia said it was a current housewife. And I understand that Jessie Woo, that there were some allegations that it might have been Ming Lee. Ming Lee saying, my name is Ben and I ain't in it. I know where the bones are buried. However, it's not my circus. Basically saying, I'm not on the show, even though I have the tea. I'm not on the show. Y'all can't implicate me. That's what I took from that. That she already has Brit's tea. But y'all not going to pin this on her because she's not on the show, so y'all need to get out of her mentions. So Portia says it is a current housewife. But again, I said in my previous video, it wasn't a current page holder. I am here to tell you why I think Angela and Drew are the prime 2 suspects. We'll start with Drew. Drew, like I said, as for the actual event, right? We can go to the actual event and backtrack, right? Drew was the last housewife to show up at Kenya Moore's spa event. She was the last one to show up. She was late, 2000 and late. And then after it all went down and all those housewives ran up out of there, like it was a horror film, like they saw Jason out there. Like they saw Edward Scissorhands, like they saw Chucky out here. Cynthia and Drew were the last housewives to stay. However, Cynthia was not the last housewife to leave. She was the next to the last housewife to leave after she gave Kenya a scolding. But Drew was still there at that table with Kenya in awkward silence. For what? Was it guilt? Did Drew, feel a certain way? Like, okay, maybe I gave you this tea, but I wasn't expecting you to do that with the tea. Oh, no. Because, Drew, why are you still there? And again, like I said in my previous video, I didn't see Drew in any of these scenes with the other new housewives outside of group activities. But outside of that, we've seen her film with Ralph. We've seen her film with Dennis. We've seen her film with Kenya. And we've seen her film with Kenya and Cynthia. And also, she did a scene as well with Angela and Shamia. We know Angela and Drew, though, are besties. We know Angela and Drew are good friends. Now, Drew is on my suspect list because of the music ties and because it seems like this season she's pro Kenya. She's Team Kenya. She's spending a lot of time with Kenya. But dealing with the music ties, the music industry ties, like I said, she was on Slip and Slide, she was on Trick Daddy's label, and might have some, connections, some ties, and everything else with the Rick Ross of it all. I don't know. So that's why she's still on my suspect list. And everything else, right? Because maybe she doesn't really know BRIT that well. She's not really cool with BRIT like that. And she's like, listen, Kenya, I got some tea from my music people, from my people in the industry. Maybe you can utilize this to your advantage. Angela, the reason I think she is also a prime suspect, you guys, is because Angela has been quite the bone carrier of the season. When, Portia was, when Shamia on the premiere episode was asking Drew those questions about her and Dennis and what the ties were, and that she allegedly heard that they were holding hands together at some club, and then Portia jumps in, calls Drew a low-down, dirty individual and all of the things. Angela was sitting on mute. But then, when it was Shamia by herself, when they were at that little workout place, she wanted to grill Shamia and cut Shamia off and be all up in her grill. And her and Drew were tag teaming that Shamia was just Portia's lapdog and all this and that she was Portia's spokesperson. And Shamia's like, well, can't I just say the same for you, that you're acting like Drew's spokesperson and all this and that? Then we see, y'all, Angela admits, fast forward to this episode, she admits in a scene with Shamia and BRIT, y'all. She admits that she was the one that asked the messy question about will Kenya treat BRIT better. What? She asked that question that set the whole roof off on it all. And that was also one of the many scenes where BRIT is on the apology tour, when she is on the Sorry 2024 tour, that I didn't mean what I said. I didn't say what I meant. I would never threaten to harm Kenya more. Angela was right there, y'all. Angela was right there, front and center. I didn't know it was going to escalate. Even the owner came after me and then was like, what happened? What is wrong? This was inappropriate. This went too far, da-da-da-da-da. But you admitted that you were the person who submitted the question. And then Angela, I found it interesting that she was practically wanting Charles to attend Kenya's opening, as if to be a buffer for her, with Portia asking that or making that comment that she had some tea on Charles. Y'all peeped that? And Charles peeped it, and he was like, but isn't it just supposed to be for all women? Isn't it just supposed to be for just the female cast, just for the housewives? Y'all don't need the husbands there for this. Y'all peeped that? That potentially could have been a deflection on purpose. And we still saw that Drew Sidora showed up with her sister, as Portia would call her, Heavy D. Because I think potentially that could have been another deflection to try to have that, that sit down, that hash out or whatever regarding the Drew and Dennis conversation. But Portia didn't care. Portia's not trying to hear it. Portia's not trying to feature it. But that could have been another opportunity to try to get Portia to act the way and react the way they wanted Portia to react. And I think that is what is happening. They want Portia to nuck if you buck. They want Portia. See, some of y'all are like, oh, Portia doesn't want to talk about anything. No. These people want Portia to get down with the get down. They want old Portia back, where Portia is fighting these people like she was about to allegedly fight her former almost mother-in-law on Portia's family values. Like that's the Portia they want to see, the one that is knucking and bucking, so they can have a reason to say, hey, this girl is too turned up for this, right? But that didn't happen. But in the scene itself, y'all, I gotta go back and watch again now. Angela was mildly quiet, and I remember Angela leaving after Portia and Shamia. So Kelly left first. Technically Britt left first. Britt left first, Kelly left as the expose was beginning. But then Portia, Shamia, and Angela got out of there, y'all. Around the same time. I don't know. And I don't think it's Shamia, because Shamia is playing the I'm everybody's bestie, I'm not messy type of role. I don't think it's Kelly, because Kelly and Britt were supposedly besties at the time. I don't think it is Portia, because Portia is trying to be like, listen, I've turned a new leaf. I'm not about that life anymore. I'll be messy in the scene. You can give me this villain edit in the scene, but even there's a line I'm going to draw after with what happened RHOA season 9. That I'm not going to go that low anymore. But Angela was right behind them as she exited after everything was revealed. So I don't know. I feel like it is between Angela and Drew Sidora. But I'm here for it. I am here for it. Portia is going full on Dr. Heavenly of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I know some of y'all are like, why not save this for the reunion? The problem is the ratings are too low to wait till the reunion. The ratings are too low to wait for the reunion. So there needs to be buzz. There needs to be interest now. There needs to be eyeballs on the show now. I also found it interesting that Carlos King is all up under Portia's comments in regards to her YouTube, but is on the mute challenge with Kenya's YouTube. And on the mute challenge, allegedly, Kenya apparently either tried to call Carlos King either right before his live or right at the beginning of his live. I can't remember, but for some reason felt it was important that we needed to know that information. And that he was not taking those calls. So nonetheless, you guys, that is on the table for me. The two prime suspects, Drew Sidora and Miss Angela Oakley. And it would make sense for Angela Oakley. It would make sense for Drew Sidora. Their scandals are bigger than ours. Their drama is bigger than ours. Let's deflect, let's deflect, let's deflect. But the ratings are too low for y'all to wait till the reunion. If y'all are tuning out now, y'all need something to watch now. And the one thing I will give credit for Heavenly for is finally, this YouTube has kind of worked out for people to semi-tune in a little bit more to Married to Medicine with all of her antics and all of her shenanigans. However, it has led to a climax in which people do not want to watch the show anymore either. So, there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.